It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Dallas. It's the Lions and the Cowboys on Sunday night.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be. Still 0-0 here in quarter. Test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
It's caught, Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44s. They try again on first down. To throw is Darnold. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Now it's Darnold. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Again, Darnold. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After the sack, they're starting to challenge this one from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's getting back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Blake Gillikin on the punt here as he'll send this one away.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. And power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. From the 31, here's second down and 5. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Darnold. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Second and a couple. From the 50, it's Darnold. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. It's Jackson.
Oh, that is incomplete. Now, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Here's Darnold. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back to throw, Darnold.
The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. To the air again, Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Lions now are going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Darnold from the gun. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Darnold down to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Back to throw. Rose dancing to his left. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The gain knocks this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they're really embracing.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Play fake. Here's Jackson.
They're looking for Williams, but it is intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is back now in Arlington. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. But just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 9. Now it's Darnold. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. To throw is Darnold. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This will go to Henry out wide. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Jackson from the shotgun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Darnold. And there's that man again. It's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Darnold. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Contact brings up 2nd down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Cam Akers, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead here now in the 4th quarter of this championship game. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Cowboys offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. Jackson to throw. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Jackson. He'll look underneath and finds Brown.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Throwing. Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's third down.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Jackson.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here comes second down and 5. Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
A big play looming on third down. Here's Jackson.
He's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's 1st and 10.
One last throw now for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Super Bowl. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Browns and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. This one is for all the marbles. It's the AFC champion Cleveland Browns and the champions of the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys. Final game of the season. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Oakson with you. Greg, it has been a long run to get here. 2 weeks of build-up, the media day, the radio interviews. It's all over now. Finally, it's time for football, and for these players, the long wait is almost over.
Well, I can promise you one thing, Mike. Every single one of these players and coaches in their mind right now is saying the exact same thing. Let's just kick the ball off already. We're tired these clubs. They're ready to get this thing kicked off, and let's decide the outcome of who's going to be Super Bowl champs on the field. And I know you and I, we got the best seats in the house.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. That will qualify as an angry run. Powering his way forward. A pickup of 7. Jackson now on second down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll run here with the rookie. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. Off the play fake, Jackson. That is pulled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Jackson looking to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns?
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Cowboys. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time, led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback. They'll throw to begin with Purdy.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity. You have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, we're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Purdy again. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL model is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But a really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here it's a 3-tight look as they have it first and 10. So we play the court here in Super Bowl 6. Set to go now on first and 10. Purdy looks out of the pistol. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. To throw once more, it's Purdy. He connects downfield to Court. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the packet breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, look to play another down.
Here's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This a 48-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Cowboys offense ready to see the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. We'll try again. It's second and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one, caught by Fireman. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Play action, here's Jackson. Second reception of this Super Bowl. And it's good enough for a first down. Again, right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get about 6 there. Setting up second down. Back to throw, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. He'll be taken down as we'll tick down to the 2-minute warning. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it at the 7. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a
It'll be Henry. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Jackson trying to get his guys back to the line. They'll try and run, and here's Henry. And he will kick this one across into the end zone. Henry, touchdown, Dallas.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode like at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Auburn, good with the extra point. The Cowboys extend their advantage to 14-3. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. So we are at halftime here in the Super Bowl. And for the final time this year, and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champ. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. As he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Yeah! And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Catch left side is made by Higgins. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down. Now Jackson. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. There go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. This is caught at 2. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Cowboys. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Browns offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And they're going to mark them down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now a toss play, running left. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
He gets this one complete to Pittman. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, Cleveland. From the gun, it's Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return after the interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. And he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Whoa.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, we realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
So, 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl. So, they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give, here's Henry.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a success.
And he will score. Derrick Henry, touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Cowboys stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Now it's a fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down. They send the tight end in motion. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They'll throw again with Purdy. He's got a run. They get to him and bring him down.
That's a prototypical coverage set. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and put him down for a sack.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and 1. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task and they come through with a huge shot.
The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll try to run with that fullback. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. And the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run it with Henry. And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line. Going to go right back to Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Jackson. He's got it inside the 5. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. Cowboys add on to their already sizable lead. to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This will be returned from the 2. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. And the Cowboys have done it. They are the Super Bowl champions to America's team. Your Super Bowl 61
UnlimitedContent.